What's a gardener to do in the middle of winter when it's freezing cold? Keep watching and I'll tell you. Brr, that was cold and windy. Much warmer here in the studio. Hi, I'm Tim and welcome to the Shades of Green Show. So what can a gardener do when it's too cold outside to do any actual gardening? Well, if you're a bit older or maybe just old school, you may have a stack of plant catalogs that you've recently received, and you're going through those looking for the newest hybrids, the latest cultivars, some new introductions for this coming year. Or maybe you have a seed catalog and you're flipping through it, thinking about all the new and different types of tomatoes that you can try in your vegetable garden this year. Or you may be surfing online, going to different gardening blogs or websites or watching YouTube videos. And that's great. There's tons of wonderful, useful information out on the internet. However, you need to be aware that not all of that information is going to apply to gardening here in North Texas. We have a very unique set of circumstances. We have heavy black clay soil that is alkaline. A lot of soil around the country is slightly acidic. We also have extremely hot and unpredictable winters that can be really dry. We can have very wet springs with massive swings in temperatures. So it's a very unique set of situations that make gardening in North Texas a bit more difficult than it is in other parts of the country. And for that reason, you need to make sure that you're looking at websites that have information specific to North Texas. And that can be a challenge because there's so many websites out there. How do you find the ones that will have the information you need that will help you be successful at gardening here in Collin County? Well, you're in luck because I once had this same problem and I spent years finding websites here and there and making lists. And then when I got to Shades of Green and took over the website, well, I thought, let's put all of those websites in one place. So today, I'm going to give you a tour of the resources page on the Shades of Green website, where all these websites can be found in one spot. So let's hop online and take a look. To get started, we're going to the Shades of Green website. That's shadesofgreeninc.com. And this is what you'll see when you get to our homepage, some video from a drone of our facility. Just a reminder, we are recording this in January of 2022, and we are closed every Sunday in January. That's what this yellow bar up here is all about. If you come here anytime at the other time of year, you probably won't see this. That won't be there. Anyway, I'll put the link of exactly where we're going in the description below and right here on screen if I can find a place to do it that's not going to be covering up anything. Anyway, we're going to go to About and down to Resources. But again, if you're watching this on YouTube, click the link below the video. This will bring us to the best websites for North Texas gardeners, which is exactly what this video is about. We'll scroll down here. The first thing you'll see is our Greenleaf newsletter. This is an electronic newsletter that's emailed out the first Thursday of every month. And if you want to sign up for that, you click there. It brings you to the page for the newsletter. To sign up, subscribe, just come down here. All I need is a first name and an email address. Click the button, obviously. And if you want to see some past issues without subscribing, you can click here to read our previous newsletter, and that will bring these up. Like here's the one that came out just a few weeks ago in January of 2022. This is news and information about what's going on in the nurseries. If we have any sales, they'll be posted here. If we have any upcoming events, they'll be posted here. Like we have a tree auction coming up on January 29th. Again, if you're watching this later, this is all dated information. But this is our newsletter. That's how you get to it, right here at the Greenleaf. Next is, before you start digging holes, this is a really important website. Anyone who buys a tree from us, we give them this information. This is a free service if you live in Texas. You call 911 for emergencies, and in Texas, you call 811 before you do any big digging in your property, any trenches or digging deep, deep holes to plant a tree, or if you had a swimming pool installed, your pool company is going to call this number, 811. You can also do this all online. Click on the link, go to the website, tell them you want to dig. It'll ask then if you're a homeowner, all this information. What they're going to do is they're going to come out usually within 3 or 4 days to mark all your cables. They'll use some temporary paint and some little flags so that when you get ready to dig, you know that, yes, I can stick a shovel in the ground and I'm not going to electrocute myself. Very important to do. Again, and it is a free service. Soil testing, this is obviously something that some people, if you're constantly having problems with the shrubs in your yard or some other plants, getting a soil test is the way to go. You can do this through the Texas A&M AgriLife Extension, and you're going to be seeing a lot from them as we go through these websites. The big universities here for agriculture and plants in Texas are obviously Texas A&M, Texas Tech, and then Stephen F. Austin is the other main one, but obviously the bulk of that is Texas A&M. They have a wonderful program, this AgriLife Extension Service. They have offices in every county in Texas. The website here for the testing is a bit basic, but it does have all the information, how to pay, how to collect a sample, how to submit it, where to send it. And when you do that, you're going to get a results page emailed to you. It's going to be like an 8.5, 11 printout in full color that says, oh, you need so much of this per square feet. You can take that into Shades of Green or any other garden center, and they'll be able to give you the right product you need to correct any nutrient deficiencies in your soil. Coming back to the resources page, turf. If you've got any questions about turf in Texas, this is turf grass. This would be your lawn. Click here for Aggie Turf. We did an interview with Dr. Rebecca Grubbs Bowling just a few months ago. I'll post that link below as well. If you want to know more about turf grass in Texas, this is pretty much the place where you want to go to get more information about that. HOAs, they're all over the place. They're part of life here in Collin County. Here's an article from the Dallas Morning News. There were some changes made to laws a few years back regarding rain barrels and composting and that type of thing. So this has some useful information on that. And then right here, growing vegetables. Again, I want to point out that the major headings here make it real easy to find what you're looking for. If you're going to dig a hole, if you're going to test your soil, if you have questions about lawn, questions about HOAs, vegetables, fruits, nuts, scrolling down, garden clubs. I'll get to all of these in just a minute, but I just want to point out that if you're in a hurry to find some specific information, just go and look for these dark black big headings here. That'll help you get squared away. Anyway, below the HOA information, growing vegetables, fruits, and nuts. Vegetable gardening, interest in vegetable gardening has gone through the roof in recent years, and here are some great resources for you. This Square Foot Gardening at Shades of Green, it's kind of a catch-all blog for anything related to vegetable gardening that we do here on property. I am a certified Square Foot Gardening instructor. I haven't really set up the gardens for that in the last season or two for various reasons. But if you're interested in, if you're a beginner gardening, Square Foot Gardening is really the way to go. Here's the book. You can click on that. This was developed by an engineer named Mel Bartholomew. Again, more links to the book. Some other great resources, and the Square Foot Gardening Foundation, which keeps that going. Again, this blog is just all about the vegetable gardens that we have here on site at the nursery here in Frisco. These are some other great books to use. This is the Growing Great Vegetables by Sherry, and then another one by Grant. Raised beds, any videos that we have done for the Shades of Green show regarding Square Foot gardening or any type of vegetable gardening, you'll find here. Here's a video we did on how to build a raised bed garden. Here's another one on the Vigo garden, which is an awesome little metal raised bed kit that is super easy to build, and they work fantastic. It's coming down here. Here's another video on how to fill a raised bed using logs, an ancient German practice called hugelkultur. And then these are some clinics that we've done in the past that we've turned into videos, vegetable gardening basics, and then one on cool season vegetables. So again, this is a blog on our website that's pretty much a catch-all for anything related to vegetable gardening here on property. Also, some other great websites here, coming back to the resources page, how to grow vegetables. This is the Texas A&M AgriLife Extension. Tons of information. If you've never planted a vegetable garden in your life, these first two links are going to be very helpful to you. And then there's also the Texas Home Vegetable Gardening Guide. This is going to tell you about gardening site, crop selection, that type of thing, the best plants to grow, soil prep, the different areas and regions, all wonderful, helpful information. If you're looking for the easiest vegetables to grow, click here. It's going to give you a list, and it's also available in Spanish. But if you wanted to know, for instance, tell me all about how to plant an eggplant. There you go. Give you a ton of information. And again, this is all specific to doing this in Texas. These are common questions that new gardeners ask about growing gardens in Texas, vegetables. Great resources. Introduction to Vegetable Gardening in North Texas. This is a PDF that is just, it's a PowerPoint presentation given in Denton County, I believe. But it would still certainly apply most of it to Collin County. And you can scroll through, I mean, you can see up here, there's 61 slides in this PowerPoint presentation. So it's very, very thorough. Again, if you're new to gardening, or this presentation is so thorough that if you've been gardening for quite a while and want to take it to the next level, I would check this out. This is the Introduction to Vegetable Gardening in North Texas. Again, you'll find that under the Growing Vegetables, Fruits, and Nuts section of our resource page. Fall Vegetable Gardening Guide. This is specific for the cool weather crops. This is going to talk to you about your planting your spinaches, your cabbages, and your kales. These typically go in the ground in the fall. And in the case of like broccoli and spinach, Swiss chard, you can be harvesting throughout the winter unless we have a really, really hard freeze. Fruit and nut resources. If you're really interested in growing fruit or nuts here in Texas, this will give you the types of apples, the types of peach trees, pecans that are native, pecans that are improved or imported or hybridized in some way. Again, great resources for fruits and nuts, again, from Texas A&M AgriLife Extension. And then finally, these are two videos that we've done here at Shades of Green, part of the Shades of Green show. This is planting garlic in North Texas. The video is on YouTube, but I've turned it into a blog. And then we also have planting onions in North Texas, which again, you want to do in January or February. So this is timely information to have. Again, both of these videos are available on YouTube, but I've turned them into blogs so you can read about it and or watch the video in one place. If you're looking for a garden club, here are a list of the ones that I have found in Collin County. We've got them in Salina and Frisco and McKinney. Click on those. It'll take you to all the relevant information about the club, about it, when their meetings are, how to join, all that stuff. Again, that's a great resource if you're looking to hang out with other gardeners, learn from other gardeners, especially if you're new to the area and want to know, well, what can I grow here? If you're watching this video from some other part of the state, here's a list of garden clubs across the state of Texas. And then for Collin County, here are some additional resources that are well worth your time. PlantSmart, almost said PetSmart, but PlantSmart Frisco. This is a great resource that the City of Frisco has put together. These are plants that do excellent in our area. You can look at different, you can look them up by name, by plant type, whether it's a shrub or a tree, an annual or a perennial. Wonderful information. There's even a plant gallery. You can go look on plants by season, plants by name, plants by water requirements. And this brings up lists that you can click on and say you want to learn more about Texas Betony. Come over here, see some photos, find all this wonderful information. Just a great resource. And I would say that having gone through this website, Shades of Green sells about 90% of these plants. So you will find them here at Shades of Green. The Harvest at Frisco Commons. Maybe you live in a condominium with no yard at all or an apartment. The City of Frisco does have a community garden that opened in fall of 2021. Shades of Green does have a plot there. We made a video about that. You can find that on YouTube. And you can get yourself a little garden plot and do your gardening out there. So check that out if you don't have space to garden at your house. City of Frisco Water Resources. This is excellent. I would tell you that most of the plant problems that we diagnose throughout the spring and summer are people that have overwatered a plant. City of Frisco Water Resources has a lot of great information. You can sign up to get a text and or an email each week telling you if you need to run your sprinklers or not. So this is a wonderful resource. It's anyone can sign up for it, but I mean, if you live in McKinney or Prosper or Salina or even North Plano or any part of Plano, this would still be helpful to you. But that's a resource offered by the City of Frisco. Green McKinney has a lot of wonderful resources for people who live in McKinney, from the recycling program, talk about their water programs. They have a wonderful Monarch initiative where they're planting milkweed and other pollinator plants all across the city to aid monarchs in their migration, that they go north in the spring all the way up to Canada, and then they come back down to Mexico in the fall. So you can read all about that right there. Collin County Master Gardeners, again, if you want to take your gardening knowledge to the next level, this is an excellent organization to get involved in. Again, this will be all information specific to Collin County, and find all about them right here by clicking on that link. Collin County AgriLife Extension, as I mentioned, AgriLife has an extension office in every county in Texas. This is the Collin County office. You'll find different articles and links to other information. Sometimes they hold classes, so that's another resource worth checking out. Native Plant Society of Texas. I'm happy to say that Shades of Green is a member of the Native Plant Society of Texas, and they have a Collin County chapter. If you want to learn more about the plants that grow native here in the North Texas area, we're part of the Blackland Prairie ecoregion. You'll find that here. It tells you all about native plants. They have meetings, they have seminars, they have clinics, they have educational programs. Wonderful organization, especially if you're really wanting to go native with your plantings. And then Plants for Dallas. This is a group of landscapers who've put this together with some plants that really do well in the Dallas area, which of course includes us up here in Collin County. And then if you were a pet owner, this is a website you need to have bookmarked and keep around. The ASPCA has an extensive database of plants that are toxic. You can search for plants that are toxic to just dogs, cats, or horses. You can come down to their search engine here and maybe type in snake plant or Sansevieria, which is a very common houseplant, and then see what comes up about that. Search, there we go, snake plant, and it will tell you that it is toxic to dogs and cats and causes nausea, vomiting, diarrhea. So this is a wonderful resource to have. I have a lot of customers who come in and have this bookmarked on their phone so they can look everything up as they're shopping. So, plants toxic to dogs and cats, the ASPCA database of toxic plants. Great resource. And going back to the native thing, if you're really interested to know what plants grow well in our specific area, the Lady Bird Johnson Wildflower Center down in Austin has an amazing database. If you want to know more about the Blackland Prairie, where we are, this is a Wikipedia article. We are in this little brown section over here, number 32. That's that heavy black clay alkaline soil that we have all over the place here. So that'll give you more information about that. And then people often ask, well, is this native? Well, something can be native to Texas, but that's a wide range from the deserts out in El Paso to the Gulf Coast with the palm trees to the piney woods of East Texas. But if you want to know what grows in the Blackland Prairie, you can click here for the database of over 2,000 plants that are native to the Blackland Prairie. And you can click on any of these and get more information on them. This is dwarf Indian mallow. Gives you tons of information about it. You can even click on the USDA symbol and find out where exactly it's native to. And you can see that this is that plant's native habitat. So great resource there. And again, this whole section here is databases. This is just going to be databases of plants that are searchable, or you can find, if you're looking for something specific for your yard. This is Best of Texas. This is a wonderful resource. This is one of my favorite. This is from the Texas Nursery and Landscape Association, which I'm a certified member of, as are several members of our staff. What's great about this, first of all, you want to come in here and click on the region map. You do have this icon legend here. You'll find the butterfly-friendly plants, the butterfly plants, the pollinator plants with shade, part sun, full sun. But what you want to do is click on the region map, and you'll see that we are in Region B. So first thing I would recommend doing is clicking on Region B so that every result that you're going to get from your search will apply to us here in North Texas. And say, for instance, we want to find a full sun and then maybe a ground cover. And click that, and we're going to come down here and see these are all ground covers that would do well in full sun. Okay, like Woolly Stomodia, that's a wonderful native perennial. We can click on that and come over here and get more information about it. And it's going to tell us that it's native, that it's full sun, that it can also do part sun, and that it's water wise. It's got all these icons here. We are in Region B, so that's applicable to us. to tell us that it's a silvery colored ground cover, and all this wonderful, useful information. Again, this is the Best of Texas searchable database from the Texas Nursery and Landscape Association. There's another native plants search engine. This is from Dave's Garden, which is a crowdsourced website that gardeners all around the country have contributed to. I mentioned earlier the Lady Bird Johnson Wildflower Center. Wonderful, wonderful resource, mainly for natives. If you've never been down there, it is worth a drive to Austin. Spend a day touring their beautiful, beautiful property and looking at all the different plants. Crepe myrtle varieties. Now, this is from a garden center, Fanix Garden Center down in San Antonio, but I've included it here because they have a pretty extensive list of the different types of crepe myrtles. Now, this is not all of them, but there are dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens, and it will tell you that, you know, what color it is, what its growing habit is, how tall it gets. This section here in the middle is talk about its mildew resistance, and then does its bark peel off. I would say that about half the crepe myrtles have peeling bark, and the other half don't. Shades of Green will not necessarily carry every one of these. I don't even think Fanix does. Most nurseries can't possibly carry every type of crepe myrtle, but this will give you an idea of all the different varieties that are out there. And I always encourage people, don't buy a crepe myrtle unless it's actually blooming, because you don't want to be disappointed that you got the wrong color. And they do start blooming in June, by the way. They're here all year on the property, but they don't start selling until people see them in bloom. Texas Tree Guide. This is another wonderful resource from the Texas A&M Forest Service. You can search for a tree by different criteria. If you're looking for something a certain height, or it's evergreen versus deciduous, this is a good place to go for that, to do a little search. Also, Native Trees of Texas is another good site. These are just lists, though, which, unless you know the name of it, not very helpful to you. Another great resource is the Texas Tree ID, again, from the Texas A&M Forest Service. And if you want to see a list of trees, click over here. And these are all native Texas trees. And you can come down and look at the different varieties here. Say you want to know more about the bald cypress, also called the Montezuma cypress. Gives you all this wonderful information, gives you a photo, tells you what the leaves are going to look like in the summer and then again in the winter. So that's the Texas Tree ID. Great resources for that. Texas Smartscapes. This is a website great for finding plants or learning more about plants that can really handle the extreme weather that we have here in Texas, our incredibly hot summers, our unpredictable winters, our springs that can be very, very wet. Again, you're going to find the database of plants here as well, where you can search by all these different criteria. Big fan of this database as well. It's very thorough. A lot of wonderful, useful information. Dave's Garden, I mentioned, it's this has over 160,000 plants in it, submitted from gardeners across the United States. Texas Urban Landscape, if you live in a more urban setting and want to get a better handle or get some information on gardening in an urban setting, this is a good resource for you. All American Selections has some great information. I prefer the Texas Superstar because an All American selection, it's supposed to do well all across the country, but I'm always dubious of a plant that may grow well in New England, how well it's going to do in Texas. And so for that, I would come down here and check the Texas Superstar plant list. And these have been submitted to trials in locations all across the state to find out what can really handle what we're dealing with. It's broken up by, you've got your woody shrubs, your trees, some specialty plants, annuals. These are plants that live their entire lifespan in a single season, and then the perennials, which typically die back in the winter but come back year after year after year. So if you're looking for something that can really, really handle the elements, like here in the perennial section, this is Henry Dulberg Salvia. It's one of our top sellers here at Shades of Green. Gives you some information about that. And if it's in the Texas Superstar program, it's going to perform very, very well here in Texas and even up here in Collin County. So another great resources for you there. Then some Earthkind Landscape, the Myers Park up in McKinney. Most of their gardens were planted with the Earthkind concepts. You can learn all about that, watch a video, read all kinds of information. There's some PDFs here that you can download as well. So As you can see, I think there's about over 40 different links right here on this one page, which is shadesofgreeninc.com/about/resources. So there you go, dozens and dozens of useful websites with information specific to North Texas. I hope you found that helpful, and if you'd like this kind of content, please click the like and subscribe button. And as always, thank you for watching The Shades of Green Show.